need to say this out loud, not for her, but for me. For months, I carried the weight of her choice like it was somehow my fault. Like I wasn't enough. Like maybe if I had been more exciting, more spontaneous, more like him, she would have stayed. But the truth hit me 10 months later when she showed up. It started with a sentence that shattered everything. I think I want to see where things go with him. Didn't even look guilty. She wasn't remorseful. She just seemed tired, cold, as though the decision had already been made weeks ago, long before she finally said it out loud. I didn't fight. I didn't beg. I didn't ask her to stay, because something in her tone told me she wasn't looking for a reason to hold on. She was already gone. And so I did the only thing that made sense. I left. No dramatic goodbyes, no yelling, just me quietly packing a duffel bag while she sat on the couch texting someone who clearly wasn't me anymore. We had been together for 5 years, 5 winters, 5 winters. 5 times she cried in my arms when her anxiety overwhelmed her, when the world got too fast, and we held each other in the quiet moments. I knew everything about her, how she liked her coffee, the song that made her cry every December, the way she counted ceiling tiles when she was trying not to break down. But none of that mattered, because suddenly, a guy she'd known for a few months had become someone she needed to explore. I remember walking out of that apartment like I was walking out of a dream, but it felt more like waking up inside a nightmare I never signed up for. I stayed at a friend's place for a week, sleeping on a mattress on the floor, staring at the ceiling most nights, trying to breathe, trying to make sense of how someone could trade 5 years for a handful of butterflies. And late-night phone calls with someone new. People say time heals. Time doesn't heal anything unless you're willing to work through the pain, and I didn't. Not at first. I muted her on everything. I deleted our photos. I avoided our mutual friends. I couldn't handle the thought that she might be thriving while I was crumbling. 3 weeks in, I started to get angry, not at her, at myself, for loving her more than I loved me, putting her on a pedestal and ignoring all the signs that she'd stopped seeing me the same way. And slowly, day by day, I started showing up for myself again. Small things: getting up before noon, cooking for one, reading instead of endlessly scrolling. By month 3, I joined a gym, not to get her back, but to remember what strength felt like. By month 5, I went on a date. She was nice, funny, kind, but halfway through dessert I realized I wasn't ready. I smiled, paid the bill, thanked her for her time, and walked away without guilt, because I finally understood that healing isn't linear. Some days you move forward, some days you sit with the past. Both count. By month 7, I wasn't checking her socials anymore. I wasn't wondering who she was with. I was breathing, again really breathing. And then month 10, it was a Thursday. I'd just gotten home from work when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost didn't pick up, but something in me told me to answer. Hey, it's me. For a second, I forgot how to speak. She asked if we could meet just to talk. I paused. Everything in me screamed, don't open that door. But then something softer whispered, closure isn't weakness. So I agreed. 1 hour, a public place, no expectations. When I saw her again, I didn't feel the ache I thought I would. She looked the same, but smaller, like life had humbled her. Her eyes were tired, but not from crying. They were tired from carrying the weight of choices she couldn't take back. She didn't waste time. I lied, she said. I blinked. Not sure what to say. About what? I asked. About him? About everything, she sighed, her voice cracking. He wasn't who I thought he was. The attention felt good, and I confused it with connection. I thought I was missing something with you. But the truth is, I was missing something in me. I just stared at her, silent, letting her words hang in the air. She kept going. I told myself you were too stable, too calm, so that I needed chaos to feel alive. But you... She paused, her voice trembling. You were home. And I burned it down, chasing fireworks. For the first time in 10 months. I saw her not the woman I loved, not the woman who left, but the woman who had to break something good just to learn what good really was. She reached for my hand. I didn't move. I'm sorry, she whispered. I don't expect anything. I just needed you to know. And it wasn't about you. You loved me, right? I just didn't know how to receive it. I nodded slowly, my voice steady. I know. I figured that out somewhere between rock bottom and rebuilding my life. She cried. I didn't, not because I didn't care, but because I had already done my grieving. I stood up. I hope you find what you're looking for, truly, but I can't be your safety net when the new thrill fades. I've come too far to bleed again. For a wound I already healed. She stood too, wiped her face and nodded. I get it. I turned to leave, then paused. You didn't lose me when you chose him. You lost me when you stopped choosing us. Then I walked away, not with pain, not with regret, but with peace. If you've ever been left for someone who only knew the surface of the person you built, a life with, you're not crazy, you're not weak, you're just human. And if they ever come back, remember this. You don't owe them the pieces you spent months putting back together. Sometimes, loving yourself is the most radical closure you'll ever need.